Ernest Miller Hemingway was an American novelist, short story writer, and journalist. He was an influential American literary icon who became known for his straightforward prose and use of understatement. His economical and understated style, which he termed the iceberg theory, strongly influenced 20th century fiction, while his adventurous lifestyle and the public image brought him admiration from later generations. Born July 21, 1899, Oak Park, Illinois, United States. Died July 2, 1961, Ketchum, Idaho, United States. The most essential gift for a good writer is a built-in, shock-proof shit detector. When writing a novel, a writer should create living people not characters. A character is a caricature. After writing a story, I was always empty and both sad and happy, as though I had made love, and I was sure this was a very good story, although I would not know truly how good until I read it over the next day. Most people were heartless about turtles because a turtle's heart will beat for hours after it has been cut up and butchered. But the old man thought, I have such a heart too. Going to another country doesn't make any difference. I've tried all that. You can't get away from yourself by moving from one place to another. There's nothing to that. But Paris was a very old city and we were young and nothing was simple there, not even poverty, nor sudden money, nor the moonlight, nor right and wrong, nor the breathing of someone who lay beside you in the moonlight. There is no rule on how to write. Sometimes it comes easily and perfectly, sometimes it's like drilling rock and then blasting it out with charges. God knows I had not wanted to fall in love with her. I had not wanted to fall in love with anyone. But God knows I had, and I lay on the bed in the room of the hospital in Milan and all sorts of things went through my head, but I felt wonderful. I loved you when I saw you today, and I loved you always, but I never saw you before. If the others heard me talking out loud, they would think that I am crazy. But since I am not, I do not care. We are all apprentices in a craft where no one ever becomes a master. I'm not unfaithful, darling. I've plenty of faults, but I'm very faithful. You'll be sick of me, I'll be so faithful. You belong to me and all Paris belongs to me, and I belong to this notebook and this pencil. The world is a fine place and worth fighting for, and I hate very much to leave it. The real reason for not committing suicide is because you always know how swell life gets again after the hell is over. We're stronger in the places that we've been broken. He would lie in the bed and finally, with daylight, he would go to sleep. After all, he said to himself, it is probably only insomnia. Many must have them. There isn't always an explanation for everything. The thing is to become a master, and in your old age to acquire the courage to do what children did when they knew nothing. Today is only one day in all the days that will ever be. But what will happen in all the other days that ever come can depend on what you do today. It's been that way all this year. It's been that way so many times. All of war is that way. It is good that we do not have to try to kill the sun or the moon or the stars. It is enough to live on the sea and kill our true brothers. There is no friend as loyal as a book. There is nothing to writing All you do is sit down at a typewriter and bleed. Happiness in intelligent people is the rarest thing I know. I can't stand it to think my life is going so fast and I'm not really living it. Write hard and clear about what hurts. Never go on trips with anyone you do not love. You are so brave and quiet I forget you are suffering. There's no one thing that's true. It's all true. My aim is to put down on paper what I see and what I feel in the best and simplest way. We would be together and have our books and at night be warm in bed together with the windows open and the stars bright. If you are lucky enough to have lived in Paris as a young man, then wherever you go for the rest of your life, it stays with you, for Paris is a movable feast. We would be together and have our books and at night be warm in bed together with the windows open and the stars bright. In order to write about life, first you must live it. I didn't want to kiss you goodbye, that was the trouble. I wanted to kiss you goodnight, and there's a lot of difference. No, that is the great fallacy, the wisdom of old men. They do not grow wise. They grow careful. So far, about morals, I know only that what is moral is what you feel good after and what is immoral is what you feel bad after. An intelligent man is sometimes forced to be drunk to spend time with his fools. But life isn't hard to manage when you've nothing to lose. When you love, you wish to do things for. You wish to sacrifice for. You wish to serve. The first and final thing you have to do in this world is to last it and not be smashed by it. All things truly wicked start from innocence. If two people love each other, there can be no happy end to it. The hard part about writing a novel is finishing it. It is awfully easy to be hard-boiled about everything in the daytime, but at night it is another thing. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with that there is. Worry a little bit every day and in a lifetime you will lose a couple of years. If something is wrong, fix it if you can. But train yourself not to worry. Worry never fixes anything. You know, it makes one feel rather good deciding not to be a bitch. Madam, all stories, if continued far enough, end in death, and he is no true storyteller who would keep that from you. It's none of their business that you have to learn how to write. Let them think you were born that way. Live the full life of the mind, exhilarated by new ideas, intoxicated by the romance of the unusual. Poor Faulkner. Does he really think big emotions come from big words? He thinks I don't know the $10 words. I know them all right. But there are older and simpler and better words, and those are the ones I use. We are all broken, that's how the light gets in. Why, darling, I don't live at all when I'm not with you. When you start to live outside yourself, it's all dangerous. By then I knew that everything good and bad left an emptiness when it stopped. But if it was bad, the emptiness filled up by itself. If it was good, you could only fill it by finding something better.